The Royal Rumble is a numbers game. This year will have marked the 35th year since the landmark event started in 1988 with 30 superstars entering the ring, and you have to be eliminated. You know the whole thing. There's a lot of stats coming out of the Royal Rumble. Some of them don't put you, though, on the right side of history. Let's get into all of the incredible stats and facts for WWE Royal Rumble. Number 36, non-pay-per-view Royal Rumbles. The Royal Rumble has traditionally been one of WWE's big four pay-per-view events. But did you know that 7 Royal Rumble matches haven't actually been presented on pay-per-view? The first edition in 1988 was actually a TV special for the USA Network and not a pay-per-view event. The Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018 can't be added to this list because it was a premium streaming live event, and to prepare for that first Royal Rumble back in '88, WWE held several Royal Rumble matches on non-televised live events to get the roster ready for how to pull off a match with 30 superstars. Number 35, the 4-Decade Club. Only 3 superstars have competed in the Royal Rumble in 4 different decades. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Shawn Michaels completed in Royal Rumble matches in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Edge joins the list as he returned, having completed in Royal Rumble matches in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Number 34, 3 times empty. In 1999, the Royal Rumble featured an interesting stat. One of 3 separate occasions in the match, the ring was empty. No superstars were present. The first instance involved Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, and Steve Austin. The second involved Mabel, and the third involved Kane. Hey, who's out here? Do we have to just wait until we count down and someone comes out? Number 33, the longest time between Rumble appearances. The first Royal Rumble winner himself, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, holds the record for the longest gap between 2 Royal Rumble matches, between 1992 and 2009, marking a 17-year gap between those 2 bouts. That stat may not change for a very long time, and if you have a problem with it, tough guy, well, I have a 2x4 I can hit you on the head with. Number 32, Premature music celebrations. In 2 separate instances, a superstar falsely assumed they won the Rumble match as their music played a little bit too early. It happened for the first time in 1995 when the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith thought he won the match, only for Shawn Michaels to eliminate him. The second time happened in 2011 when Alberto Del Rio thought he successfully eliminated Santino Marella to win the Rumble. Number 31, the women of the men's Rumble match. WWE introduced the Women's Royal Rumble match in 2018, long overdue and fans anticipated it. But before that, it was a special occasion when a female superstar would enter the Royal Rumble match that usually only involved male superstars. Chyna did this twice, in 1999 and 2000, while Beth Phoenix did so in 2010, eliminating Great Khali with the romantic charms of a kiss. Karma, aka Awesome Kong, appeared in the 2012 Rumble match, while Nia Jax shockingly entered at number 30 in the Men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, replacing R-Truth. Number 30, Double Duty. In 1992, Rowdy Piper became the first superstar to pull double duty on the Royal Rumble event, winning the Intercontinental Championship earlier in the night and then entering the Rumble match itself later on. This double duty feat has been repeated numerous times since by the likes of Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Charlotte Flair. Number 29. Choosing number 1. To date, only 2 superstars have actively chosen to enter the Royal Rumble match in the dubious number 1 spot. The first was Shawn Michaels in 2003. The second was Brock Lesnar in 2020. And Lesnar went on to eliminate 13 superstars in their performance. Many have called it one of the best single superstar performances in the Rumble match itself. Number 28, the first team elimination. In the inaugural Royal Rumble match in 1988, the Hart Foundation's Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart became the first team to have a joint elimination when they took out Tito Santana. Teamwork makes the dream work. Number 27, 4 times unlucky. In 2018, Roman Reigns took a record from The Big Show. The Big Show previously held the record of the most runner-up spots in the Royal Rumble with 2. Roman Reigns has been the runner-up to win the Big Rumble match on 4 different occasions: 2014, 2017, and 2018, along with 2020. At least he's won a Royal Rumble match, right? Yeah, that one where The Rock held up his hand and Philadelphia booed him. Number 26, the shortest time with an elimination. MVP and The Miz's heated feud in early 2010 led to the former being added to the record books, immediately coming in and taking out The Miz and eliminating himself in the process. MVP became the superstar with the shortest time in the Rumble match to have an elimination at just 7 seconds. Number 25. 100% record. Big John Studd and Vince McMahon, the winners of the 1989 and 1999 Rumbles respectively, hold the joint record for being the only superstars to win the match on every attempt. Yeah, I guess if you do something right one time, why do it again? Number 24, Bo Dallas, 2 records in 1. When Bo Dallas believed himself into the 2013 Royal Rumble, he broke 2 records. For one, he was the first NXT superstar, not including the game show version, to enter the Royal Rumble match. And he was also the first superstar to enter the Rumble who is younger than the event itself. The Royal Rumble debuted in 1988. Bo Dallas was born in 1990. And that makes me feel really old. Number 23, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon never entered the Royal Rumble. The late great Scott Hall made his mark in wrestling in WWE and WCW. But did you know that he never competed in a Royal Rumble match? I know, it's weird. While he has been involved in high-profile world title matches on the Royal Rumble event, he never competed in an actual Rumble match during his WWE career between 1992 and 1996. Number 22, the only Royal Rumble disqualification? Disqualification makes no sense in a match like the Royal Rumble, where the superstars can only get eliminated when they're thrown over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. However, on one bizarre instance in 2008, Finlay was disqualified from the Rumble match for entering too early and attacking his opponents with a shillelagh. Number 21, the most superstars to eliminate a single superstar together. In the 2007 Royal Rumble, it took 8 superstars to get Big Daddy V Viscera, formerly known as Mabel, over the top rope and out of the match. Interestingly enough, when he went by the name Mabel in the 90s, it took 7 men to eliminate him in 1994. Number 20, the most continuous eliminations without interruption. Yeah, we're really getting the tweezers out for this one. 6 superstars held the joint record for the most consecutive eliminations without interruption. The number was 7, but in 2020, Brock Lesnar smashed that record out of the water. Entering number 1, the then WWE Champion Brock Lesnar would eliminate 13 consecutive opponents before Drew McIntyre would eliminate him, going on to win the 2020 Royal Rumble match. That was something else, wasn't it? Number 19, Money in the Rumble. In 2013, Dolph Ziggler became the first man to enter the Rumble match while holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Carmella became the second person to do so in 2018. Interestingly enough, both Ziggler and Carmella successfully cashed in their briefcases on the post-Raw and SmackDown episodes of WrestleMania, respectively. It also begs the logical question, why would you enter the Royal Rumble match to win a title shot at WrestleMania when you could just cash in at WrestleMania, right? Number 18, the Royal Rumble match didn't even headline the first Royal Rumble event. You might be surprised to learn that the first ever 30-man Royal Rumble match didn't even close out the first Royal Rumble show in 1988 when it aired on USA Network. Instead, it served as the co-main event, while a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match between the Islanders and the Young Stallions closed the show. That's right, this was done to get viewers to watch the first chunk of the show and stick around for more in-ring action. Number 17, Batista's lucky number. The entry numbers of 27, 28, and 30 have produced 4 Royal Rumble winners each, making them the luckiest numbers. However, Batista is the only superstar in WWE history to win the Royal Rumble twice from the same spot, winning in 2005 and 2014 while entering at number 28. Number 16, Rumble Royalty. Only 6 men have won the Royal Rumble match, as well as the prestigious King of the Ring. Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Edge, and Sheamus. What's even more impressive is that Hart, Austin, and Lesnar both won them in the same calendar year. It'll be interesting to see which women joins this list as a Queen of the Ring winner and a Royal Rumble winner. Yeah, if you're that much of a nerd for WWE, you want to know that. Number 15, superstars who eliminated themselves. In the 35 years of Royal Rumbles, a staggering 12 superstars have done the dumb thing of eliminating themselves. This list includes names like Andre the Giant in '89, Marty Jannetty in 1990, Paul Roma in '91, Ahmed and Mil Mascaras in '97, Cactus Jack in '98, Kane in 1999, Drew Carey in 2001, yeah, that one was goofy, Mick Foley did it again in 2004, MVP in 2010, Matt Hardy in 2018, and most recently, Santina Marella in 2020. Macho Man Randy Savage technically eliminated himself in the 1992 Royal Rumble, but WWE justified it by saying that nobody eliminated him, thus he eliminated himself. How can we forget about the instance where Batista eliminated John Cena and himself by mistake at the very odd ending of the 2005 Rumble? Number 14, the music of every entrant. The magic of the Rumble match lies in that countdown, the anticipation of a superstar's music hitting and you don't know who it's going to be, and oh wow, this combination of emotions is really special for fans over the years, but more younger fans may not realize the concept of every superstar entering the Rumble match with music only began in 1996. Up until that point, only the first and second entrants got their music played as they made their way out to begin the match. This changed in 1996 when the legendary Bob Backlund came out as number 3 with his entrance music, and then it became the course for every Royal Rumble thereafter. Number 13, who's had the most Royal Rumbles? In terms of Royal Rumble match appearances, nobody is close to Kane. He has 18 appearances in the match as the Big Red Machine, while having one as Dr. Isaac Yankem in 1996, and one as the Fake Diesel in 1997. This has given him a whopping 20 Royal Rumble matches under his belt. The closest to him is Dolph Ziggler with 15. Number 12, winners with the least amount of eliminations. Mr. McMahon set a record in 1999 when he won the Rumble by eliminating only a single competitor, fan favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin. Randy Orton joined the list in 2017 when he eliminated Roman Reigns in the end to win his second Rumble. Number 11, like father, like son. There are very few father-son records in WWE history, which is why Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Jr. share an interesting numerical bond. The two are the only father-son duo in the history of WWE to have been in the Final Four of the Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's how nerdy we're getting with this list. If Dominic Mysterio is able to enter into the Final Four of the Rumble in his career, he and his father, Rey Mysterio, will also join the same list. Number 10. Almost every Royal Rumble winner has gone on to become WWE Champion. Given that the Royal Rumble winners have a spot reserved for them at WrestleMania in most years, they've gone on to become the WWE Champion. However, there are 4 unlucky Royal Rumble winners who've never become WWE Champion. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Big John Studd, Lex Luger, and most recently, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's worth noting the Royal Rumble winner hasn't always been granted a shot at the WWE Champion at WrestleMania. Number 9. 10 lucky first-timers. Veteran WWE wrestlers can spend years competing for a spot in the 30-man mayhem, but there have been 10 different occasions where a superstar has won the Rumble match on their very first shot. These include Jim Duggan, Big John Studd, Ric Flair, Yokozuna, Lex Luger, Mr. McMahon, Brock Lesnar, Chris Benoit, Alberto Del Rio, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 8. Entering the match as WWE Champion. On 3 different occasions, superstars have walked into the 30-man match as the WWE Champion. The first to do it was Hulk Hogan in 1990, while the second was Roman Reigns, who defended the WWE title in the Royal Rumble match itself in 2016. In 2020, Brock Lesnar voluntarily entered the Royal Rumble match as WWE Champion, citing a lack of competition as the reason why. Number 7. Back-to-back numbers. In 2007 and 2008, the Royal Rumble match saw a unique record. It was the only time when the same entry number 30, won back-to-back Royal Rumbles. The Undertaker and John Cena won their matches respectively by being the last person to enter the match. Number 6. The Rumble before the Rumble. The late great Pat Patterson is cited as the brains behind the Royal Rumble match itself. While the inaugural edition of it was held in 1988, did you know it actually wasn't the first Royal Rumble match that happened a year earlier at an untelevised event? Remember, we told you about this one. It took place in St. Louis and reportedly didn't draw that well as a live event, or house show as some people call them. However, it served as a litmus test for what would become one of the most prestigious and important matches in wrestling history. Number 5. Brock Lesnar's 2 records in 2022. Lesnar won the 2022 Royal Rumble match and broke 2 records. First, it was the longest gap between 2 Royal Rumble wins, 19 years apart, and it was the shortest time spent in the ring by a Rumble winner, securing the victory with just 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Number 4. The longest time spent in the match. Chris Jericho has the longest cumulative time spent in the Royal Rumble match, while Charlotte Flair holds the title for the women. Jericho has a combined 4 hours and 59 minutes and 33 seconds, while Charlotte Flair has 2 hours and 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Only Randy Orton can potentially beat Jericho's record, being second with only 29 minutes behind Jericho's massive number. Number 3. The Walk of Shame. Santino Marella holds an almost impossible record to break. In 2009, he became the superstar who had the quickest elimination in the Royal Rumble match at just 1.9 seconds. Yeah, blink and you may have missed it. Liv Morgan has the record for the women, lasting only 8 seconds in 2019. Yeah, that's not good. Number 2. Standing above the rest. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the king of the Rumble match, being the only superstar in history to win it 3 times. However, 8 other legends have won the match multiple times. Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and Edge. Number 1. The road to WrestleMania begins at the Royal Rumble, right? Wait a second. The Royal Rumble is considered to be the start of the road to WrestleMania. It's cemented in our minds. The winner points at the big sign, and then we know what's going to happen in April or late March, right? Well, it hasn't always been that way. For the first 5 Royal Rumbles, there was no WrestleMania title shot guarantee. When Yokozuna won the Royal Rumble in 1993, he became the first of many superstars to follow to receive a World Championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh wow, you watched the whole video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Sportskeeda Wrestling.